run to my mom like, I got a figure, I'm in a video game, ow!
Hey everyone, welcome back to our coverage of SDCC 50. I am here with WWE superstar and Up Down host, Xavier Woods. Hey man, how's your con going?
It's fantastic. How's the con going for you?
Oh, it's pretty good. You were just downstairs doing a signing. How was that?
It was fantastic. People coming through, talking about WWE, talking about video games, things that I love and enjoy with all of my heart. So I'm exactly where I need to be. I always let people know that I've been going to conventions for years, and so to be able to come to them now and be the one who's signing stuff for people just feels weird, because like for like a decade I was the one who's like him in line, like waiting to do this, and now it's like, and I'm on the other side, I'm like, this is what happened? This is very strange. So like, I feel super weird doing signings and like panels and stuff like that. People coming up and they're bringing like bootios and like lunchboxes, and I'm like, it's a very humbling thing. So I'm like, thank you very much for enjoying my idiotic set of comedy that I have in my mind. Thank you. So it's fun. It's fun.
So speaking of bootios and stuff like that, what was it like the first time you saw a collectible with your name on it or your likeness on it, something your creation?
It was unbelievable. And say maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I guess, when they made the set of us from like our WrestleMania gear from when we came out of the Bootios box at Mania, like seeing that was like, oh my God. Like this is one of the things that you don't open. Like you hold onto it and you just put it on the shelf. Because like we've like had action figures, and obviously those moments are huge and they're incredible, and like run to my mom like, I got a figure, I'm in a video game, like all those. But when I saw that, it's like, this is a collector's item. And so that to me, like, it's a feeling of like complete elation, like you made it.
Risen to the top.
Yes.
So obviously you guys have some really cool gear, a lot of different stuff. What kind of inspiration do you take when you're coming up with ring gear?
Honestly, it's whoever is deciding what they want the gear to look like. So when it's my turn, it's normally video game inspired. So like we had our like up, down gear, which obviously my YouTube channel, go subscribe if you have yet to subscribe already. We did a set of gear for I don't remember what the pay-per-view was, but it was Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And so, because we all fill certain roles, like E is our Knuckles, Kofi's our Sonic, I'm the Tails. Because I love a good sidekick. Why? Because in story arcs, regardless of the story, whether it's anime, whether it's TV, the story revolves around the sidekick. Let's take Dragon Ball Z, for instance. When Krillin dies, what does Goku do? He turns Super Saiyan. When he's Super Saiyan, he finally wins the fight. If he never turns Super Saiyan, everyone dies. So who's important? Krillin. Thank you very much. If you want to go deeper into anime, Kuroko's basketball. An entire anime set around a what? A sidekick who's so low in personality that he's good at passing, so you forget he's on the court. The entire story revolves around Kuroko. Who? The sidekick. We can go into anything you want. Sidekicks are the best, so I've always loved them since I was a kid. When Kofi is in charge of designing the gear, it's usually some sort of like sports team where we're going to be. Like we've got some gear coming up for SummerSlam in Toronto that's going to be fantastic that he put together. And then E can be swayed either way. He just wants his stuff to look ridiculous, and so he doesn't really care.
So at Entertainment Earth, we're all about the collector.
Yes.
I know you have a huge collection. Can you tell us a little bit about what you collect, what some of your favorite things are, maybe some of the weirdest things in your collection?
Weirdest things. Let me see. So I have a huge collection of Pops that's grown exponentially yesterday. As soon as I got it, I was like, ooh, I need this, this. I don't know what would be the weirdest thing, because I have a bunch of figurines. Like I collect mostly video games. So I've got like a full Sega Saturn collection, a full Sega Dreamcast collection. I've got every console from Nintendo on. As far as like figures and stuff, I would say my weirdest stuff would be coming later this month, or later this year, because I have to pre-order it in January, February. It's a set of Pops. It's NSYNC Pops.
Oh, okay.
Pre-order those the day that pre-orders were available, so that'll be the weirdest thing in my collection, I think.
One last question. So you've been coming to cons for 10 years. You've seen it on both sides, right? What would you say is your number one survival for a con? How do you get through it? What's the best survival tip you got?
This is hard, because there's a lot. There's a lot you gotta do. Hand sanitizer. That's gonna be top of the list. But then also too, just like your own general hygiene, making sure you showered, making sure you put on deodorant, because you don't want to be the guy or girl who's in line sitting next to somebody that person's complaining about to other people, and they say, hey, you know when you walk into a con and you get that con smell, you don't want that con smell to be you. So take care of yourself, bathe, or just wash the funk off, cover it with something. And that's a great survival tip because you don't want to be left out.
There you have it. Don't be the con smell.
Yeah, do not be the con stench. Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned for tons more coming out of SDCC 50. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Official handshake style.